They used to say you could hear the entire stadium shift when Scara Ngobese touched the ball. A sound that wasn't noise, but anticipation. 1,000 voices inhaling at once, waiting for the spark, the trick, the moment he turned defenders into spectators. Scara wasn't just a footballer, he was theatre. Every touch was a performance, and every run felt like the beginning of something unforgettable. He walked onto the pitch with that Soweto swagger, that relaxed confidence that told defenders, "You're in trouble today." Long before he wore the gold and black of Kaizer Chiefs, Scara's legend had already been carved in the Township streets. Where others learned technique, he learned survival through Flair. In the dusty pitches of Soweto, you didn't just play to win. You played to earn respect. You played to make people talk about you. That pressure shaped him. Kids copied his style. Adults paused their day just to watch him play. The Township raised him, yes, but it also expected greatness, and Scara delivered that greatness every time he danced with the ball. If you're already feeling the nostalgia, the pride, the goosebumps of an era where football felt spiritual, go ahead and like this video, subscribe, and drop a comment about your favorite Scara memory. Trust me, the man left behind enough magic for all of us to share. When he joined Kaizer Chiefs, he didn't just fit in, he changed the atmosphere. Chiefs had always been known for their flair, their artistry, but with Scara, it felt like the culture finally had its purest representative. He wasn't the strongest, he wasn't the fastest, but technique, timing, vision, he was unmatched. He would drag the ball with the sole of his boot, fake a pass, turn on the spot, glide between defenders, and leave the crowd gasping. You knew the move was coming. The defender knew the move was coming, and still no one could stop him. Some described his dribbling as unpredictable, but the truth is, Scara always knew exactly what he was doing. He was reading the body language of defenders, analyzing their weight shifts, scanning their hesitation. He was an artist who understood geometry. He didn't do skills for the sake of it. He did them because they were the fastest, most efficient way to escape pressure. It just happened to look beautiful. And defenders hated him for it because you couldn't prepare for him using traditional coaching. You couldn't study him. You just had to hope his focus wasn't sharp that day. But Scara's genius came with a complexity that the football world rarely understood. The same spirit that made him magical also made him unpredictable. He wasn't built for rigid structures or strict tactical systems. He was a free player, a creator, a soul player. Coaches often try to tame him, to refine his expression into neat patterns. But you can't file down a flame. Flames don't obey. Flames dance. And the more they tried to confine him, the more he struggled with the battlefield between talent and discipline. Yet even when things were difficult, fans never turned their backs on him. South African supporters aren't blind. They know real talent when they see it. They understood that Scara gave them something few players could: joy. That deep, raw, unfiltered Township joy that made watching football feel like a celebration instead of just a competition. He reminded people why they fell in love with the game in the first place. Defenders feared him because his style was humiliation disguised as brilliance. You could defend perfectly for 80 minutes, stay tight, follow every instruction, and still Scara would twist your hips in the 81st minute and leave you on the grass. Some defenders have admitted years later that marking Scara felt like trying to catch smoke. He didn't move like other players. His center of gravity was different, his rhythm impossible to read. You couldn't anticipate him because he didn't follow the textbook motions midfielders were taught. He followed the rhythm of the street. And yet, for all his flair, Scara had battles that weren't visible from the stands. Fame came fast, pressure came heavy, expectations came from every direction. Club, fans, media, family, the township that made him. And like many gifted players, he carried those expectations quietly, privately. The same world that cheered for him sometimes demanded too much. The same game that gave him joy also brought chaos, discipline struggles, emotional weight. But no matter what he went through, the football community always felt protective over him because South Africa doesn't produce players like Scara often. You don't get two of him in one generation. His passing hit the country in a way few sports deaths ever have. It wasn't just sadness, it was heartbreak. Because Scara wasn't just a player, he was a symbol, he was potential, he was creativity, he was the last breath of pure street football. Before the era of strict tactics fully took over, when he was gone, it felt like an entire style of play disappeared with him. People cried not because he was famous, but because he was familiar. He was the boy from the township who made it. The one who showed kids that your talent doesn't have to be polished. It just has to be real. Even today, in Soweto streets and training grounds around the country, you see traces of his influence. Young midfielders dragging the ball with the sole wingers using body feints instead of raw speed. Kids playing for expression, not just results. Scara's legacy isn't written in trophies or medals. It's written in the way the ball still moves in South Africa, in the way crowds still react to Flair, in the way we still celebrate skills that make defenders freeze. He left a spiritual mark on the game. Maybe that's why defenders truly feared him, not because he humiliated them, but because they knew they were facing something pure, something you can't train, can't copy, can't coach. You can stop a fast player, you can stop a strong player, but stopping someone who plays from the soul, someone who improvises like a jazz musician, someone who treats a match like a canvas and defenders like paint strokes, that's impossible. Scara Ngobese was more than a midfielder. He was a moment in time, a reminder that football is emotion, creativity, culture, identity, and even though he left us too soon, his flame is still burning in every kid who dares to dribble, in every stadium that roars for Flair, and in every defender who still remembers the day Scara made them dance.